Hello guys. So I was having a conversation with a client and I figured I might as well bring it to all of you guys so you can understand how to price your product. I know the other day I spoke about putting a value into your services and your product and not to allow that your customers are the one that set up the price for you. But at the same time, you don't want to have your pricing either too high that you cannot sell your product or your services, or you don't want to have your price too low that you end up being bankrupt by pleasing everybody else. So the way, if you're selling a product, you're gonna know how to price your product. First you have to calculate how much it costs you to either make the product, if it's a product that you produce. Like the client I was talking to is somebody that is in the hair beauty supply, like make hair product and like skincare product. So I was explaining to him like the way you have to price your product, because I figured that he's been pricing his product too low. And on top of him pricing it too low, people keep on asking him for a discount, which is like, I'm like, you need to stand behind your product and know the value, so you know when you decide to give a discount and not to give the discount because people ask you for the discount. So I was explaining to him, so you buy the bottles to put the hair product, you buy the different oil to mix together, then you have to get your labels, then you have to ship the product. So you have to calculate all of that in order to know how much it costs you by the time you buy the bottles, you buy the oil, you buy the labels, you ship the product, how much one bottle now costs you, for you to know how much you're gonna sell it to make profit. So you'll know when you have to give a discount, like a holiday, like holiday, if it's like Labor Day, President Day, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving Day. You need to know that you have to leave yourself a margin for you to make profit, even when you have to give a promotion for holiday season or things like that. Or if you have people that buy in bulk, suppose you tell them, okay, this is how much I can give it to you. You need to know what price you need to be able to sell it to in order for you to still make profit. Like I remember one time I had a client and I was selling a product, and I don't remember how much the price was, but I believe, suppose it was like 321, something like that. And the client was like, so why don't you make it for 300? Why don't you make it for 300? And I'm like, no, it's 321. And I'm just giving you an example. And the client was like, okay, so why don't you make it 320? We move the one, let's round it up. I said, you don't know what the $1 mean. Why I charge 321? I could have charged you 320. There is a reason why I put the 21. Because especially in the Haitian community, Haitian American community, people don't like to buy product and you're gonna tell them this is the tax. They don't want to buy something and then you add the tax. They'll go to a store, they'll go to Macy's, they'll go to Burlington, they'll go to Ross, they'll go wherever they shop at. They go to Louis Vuitton and buy this big expensive purse for $2,000 and pay the 6-7% tax, whatever their tax may be on it, and not complaining, not saying to the salesperson, why did you charge me this additional $100-$200? They'll pay for it. But as soon as they buy it from a small business owners, they like, why you want to charge me tax? So what I always tell my client, if you know that tax is an issue in your community, just add it into your product and just tell them this is the price, because you're gonna have to pay taxes yourself. If you sell somebody a product for $10 without charging them the tax, when you're gonna report back to the IRS, they're gonna take the 7% from your $10. So you're still gonna be making less than what you are making when you think that you are making money, and you're gonna end up being unprofitable, losing money, just because you are trying to please the client, and your business gonna go under because you still have to pay tax. So why not just sell the product for $11 or $12? You know, so you already know that, okay, the one that the dollar is for my tax, and you put it on the side, that's for your tax. So when somebody asks you for discount, you have to tell them, no, that's the price. Trust me, the people that asking you for a discount for, like, oh, can you remove $2? Can you remove $20? Can you remove? It's not that they don't have the additional dollar. It's not that they don't have the additional $20 or $100. They just don't want to pay it to you. So what I was explaining to this client is, you need to know the value of your product. So when somebody asks you for a discount, you have to be able and willing to say no, and to even walk away if they do not accept to pay the price. Because this person might not accept to pay your price, but you have the product in hand, you might have somebody that want to overpay for it. So why you are afraid of losing money or losing clients for your price when you know your value? The value of your product is like somebody that is selling a house. If you're selling the house, you know you bought the house, you were flipping the house, you bought it for this much, you did the reparation for that much, you bought it for 50,000, you repair it for 20,000, you want to sell it for 100,000. From your 100,000, now you have to pay for the realtor and things like that, and your costs, and you have to say, okay, I'm not going below the 100,000. That's why you see sometimes some people buying a house, and they see the person doesn't even want to remove like $1,000 off. It's because they want to make a profit. So you have to know how to price your product in order to make profit, so you don't go bankrupt pleasing everybody else. And trust me, if you end up having to close your business after everybody else got satisfied, they will still have something to say. So first, yes, you have to please your clients, but you have to make sure that you do not go bankrupt while running your business. So if you need help putting together a cheat code, like a cheat sheet to calculate the cost of your product and the price that you want to sell it, click the link in my bio. Let's connect. I'll give you the strategy for you to know how you can improve your sales strategy in order for you to make profit. Because we're not in business to lose money or to go bankrupt. We are in business to make money and to make sure that we serve our community, but at the same time, we're not gonna go under, because we are business owners. So click the link, let's connect. Let me give you the strategies to win. See you soon. And as always, stay fabulous.